So we probably have taught 40 different techniques to 10,000 people, and this is the one technique only that really get the results faster and an easier way, and people feel much better and start getting way more things flowing in their life after they do that. And it's called the Mini Mind Movie. And today I'll tell you, 1, my story on how I applied it, 2, why it works, 3, how to do it, and 4, a guided specific meditation on what Trevor will use to do the Mini Mind Movie for you. But enough of talking, let's start. So my story was pretty easy. I used to have a business that used to work with like startup investor, right? And I was selling stuff to them. The problem is that you jump on a call, full excited, and you're trying to sell them stuff. And then after you're trying to sell them stuff, you receive the first no, and he says, yeah, whatever. And then you receive the second no, and he says, yes, whatever. Then you receive the 10th note. The 10th no is the one that, or the 11th, whatever, is the one that you look at yourself and think, you know what, nothing will work. And now the 11th call, you're actually demotivated. And the 12th call, you're more demotivated. And these things keep going down. And I kept thinking, why people succeed? How they succeeded? I don't. Then I read the book 3 Simple Steps and explained to me the one concept that changed everything. That is basically the life, okay, is like a mirror. And when you smile, it smiles you back. And when you cry, it cries you back. And if life is a mirror, it means that if you think you're the best, then if you're in the state of thinking you're the best, then life will prove you right. But if you think that you are in a state that you're not that good, like your eyewear, then life will prove you right. And if you want to change life, first you change yourself and life will follow. Make sense? Now, why do we care about it? Because it means that if we change our state of being, reality becomes easier and easier and easier. So if I will go on the 15th or the 16th call, just charge up and ready to go, then my brain will produce great ideas and my brain will give out great confidence, and I will eventually sell easier, right? But how to get to the states? And here we come with the Mini Mind Movie. The Mini Mind Movie is a small imagination technique when you imagine your life one day after you have achieved all your dreams. You want riches and fame and a supercar. How will it taste like? How will it feel like the day after? You want to have a massive villa by the beach with a big family. How does it feel the day after? That's it. By imagining this, you get yourself into the right state of being. So I've done it, and after I've done it, I felt a tremendous need to work and a tremendous grit and drive to do stuff, and everything started picking up and going great. But how do you do that? We're now gonna watch a Trevor guided technique, meditation, that will drive you and guide you on what a Mini Mind Movie should be. After you watch it, you need to remember yourself of that specific feeling that you find, and anytime you want during the day, 3 or 4 times a day, you remember this feeling in a matter of seconds. You just remember it and you get yourself back to the higher state. And the more you do it, the more your state of being will get higher and life will prove you right. But enough talking, let's go to the guided Mini Mind Movie meditation.
So meditation means going back into ourselves to find ourselves. And we can do that in a lot of different ways, but we can use meditation not just to advance our spiritual understanding of ourselves. We can use it as a physical, practical tool, because what happens in meditation, and again, all this data is in the transformation experiences, all of the slides for what happens when we meditate, what happens in our brain, what happens in our body, what happens around us, all of that is in there, scientific evidence. And it shows quite conclusively that meditation rewires our brains. And so we can choose lots of different meditations to create lots of different neural pathways that can serve us in our lives. And so the one I'm going to use today, it is a form of meditation, but it's not, the idea is not to get to a spiritual place. This form of meditation is to get us to start to reuse our 5 senses so that we get a feeling again, and we get to feel what feeling feels like, if that makes sense. And then you can use this meditation when you decide what you want, You set your massive intention, your big dream, and then you go use the mini mind movie. Then you can use this meditation technique, and instead of using the situation that that we're all going to share together today, because this is practice, you can use it with your intention, and you replace what we do today with a day in the life of what your dream is. And when you do that, your life turns from wanting it to be successful to almost overwhelming you with synchronicity and magic and people knocking on the door who are offering you the next step up, people you bump into in your favorite coffee shop who have at that moment are the best people you'd ever need in your life to get what you want. And life stops being a struggle and you start to live a life of success with balance. But you need this meditation technique to practice the tool required or the skills required to make the mini mind movie work. And this is what I shared 3, 4 years ago before I even developed the tool called the Mini Mind Movie. And so that's what we're going to share today. And then what I want you to do is do whatever you feel like that makes you feel relaxed. Relaxare from the Latin. So sit, slump, and lie down. So as with any meditation, be alone. If you can dim the lights, dim the lights. We're entering this meditation now. Electronics should be in airplane mode. And if you're in a room, make sure the door's closed. We're going to go slowly. There will be pauses. Don't worry. It's not speakers. So I want you to find the most comfortable position where your body, in your way, and there's no judgment, can fully relax. And as I say, relax is from the Latin relaxare. It means to loosen, to stretch out, or widen again. It's a beautiful definition or derivation. So think of it that way. Loosen up, shake out your limbs, stretch, yawn, deliberately yawn. People are against yawning, but it's shown scientifically to be one of the healthiest things we can do. It feels so good. Take off any tight, if you've got a tight sweater on or anything like that, or tight shoes, take them off. You want to be totally relaxed. You're not going to need any of these clothes where we're about to go. So shake your arms out a little bit, shake your legs out a bit. There's no rules here. There's no scientific evidence for the lotus position adding anything to meditation, but if you like that, that's fine. So lie down or laze or just sit. Take off your glasses. Tousle your hair. It's fun to do that. It's relaxing. Have a good head scratch. Wiggle your toes. Nothing matters so long as you feel just a little bit more relaxed. And then all of us together, let's yawn again. It's more effective than breathing, actually. And now, as you allow yourself to relax a little bit, let your eyes close softly. Don't squeeze them shut, just let them close. And if they open and you look around, that's not a problem either. It's just this is sometimes more fun with the eyes closed. It's like going to a dark cinema and watching on the screen. And what we're going to do is those things that I was rambling on about. We're going to use the tools and techniques that are in the transformation experience because we're going to go time traveling. We're going to travel through time and dimensions, and we're going to do it using this simple vehicle. And to enter the vehicle, we always need a key. And the key for us for this mini mind movie and for practicing with the mini mind movie is simply called box breaths. And I'm sure you've already practiced it or you know about it. It's a very simple code. It's very powerful. It's the breath that's commonly used to reduce anxiety. And what we do is we inhale gently for 4 seconds. We count 1, 2, 3, 4 in our minds. And then we hold for 4 seconds. That's the key. And then we exhale for 4 seconds. And then we hold for 4 seconds. So if in your imagination you see a box, it helps you to keep to the 4 seconds. Imagine you're walking around a box. So let's do that. We're going to do it 3 times. So I'm going to inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, and then hold for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4 seconds down the other side of the box. 1, 2, 3, 4. and hold for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is one of the breaths I use before I attend any meeting. I do it just before I open the door. We're going to repeat it 2 more times. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then repeat one more time without me counting. And with each part of the box breath, just feel yourself settling more. You're becoming calmer, more present, more receptive. Again, it's a pretty good technique to use before meeting anybody. And then once you've completed the third of the 4 box breaths, you just breathe normally. And you don't have to focus on your breathing, just breathe normally. And with your eyes closed, imagine, because it's actually happening right now, even though we wouldn't be able to see it if we opened our eyes, the world around you is shimmering. It always does shimmer with any meditation, even though we can't actually see it, but you can feel it rather than see it. And this is a disturbance in the electromagnetic signature that you normally hold on to so tightly in the real world. But when we take time to relax like this, when we take the wizard's observational quality through stepping back like this, through relaxare, letting go, we can feel the shimmer around us. And that's the veil between dimensions. It's all around you. It's always there. And if you like, while you're doing this, just take your attention to your forearms and your neck and your scalp. Just feel it. Feel it all shimmering a little bit, like a breeze is kind of pushing the hairs on your neck around. And in this shimmer, it's like the air becomes vapors of dancing particles. And we call this in scientific terms flux shearing. It's a very real thing. And you can create it anytime you want just by using this vehicle. And what is happening is that you become more aware of your whole in particle form. We're all made up of the same 2 particles, fermions and bosons. And the fun thing about that is those particles are shown scientifically to flash in and out of existence at a speed of 10 to the power of 84. We're here and we're not here in equal amounts of time. And this technique allows you to get to the not here deliberately. And then the not here is where we create the magic that achieves our dreams for us. And in this state, and it only gets deeper the more we do this, we can use the off moments to consciously slip between the particles. And when we do that, we have no choice but to travel. Some like to use labels, they'll call it astral travel. Some call it the Aleph, like Paulo Coelho calls it the Aleph. I call it the wheel. I've always known it as the wheel. It matters not what you call it because they all work with quantum entanglement in the same way, even if the practitioners don't know anything about quantum entanglement. Entanglement is where we connect one particle to another one at a time, and then billions at a time, and then trillions at a time. And once connected, we're always connected. So if we connect to our dream, we're always connected to it. And it's just a question of being like a tractor beam and bringing it to us quickly. We want to control where we travel to. And for this exercise, we're all going to travel to the same place. So our fuel now for the journey to travel, because we're in our vehicle, is simply imagination. I'll continue to call our vehicle the wheel, but you can call it whatever you want. Because I've actually been using this technique, this wheel, since the age of 4. And it can take us anywhere, and anywhere in time. So wherever you are, I want you to imagine with your eyes still closed gently that a spinning wheel now appears right in front of you. It is full of love and excitement for helping you to travel with your imagination. It loves nothing more than to help. It spins and it flashes sacred geometrical hieroglyphics, but that doesn't matter, it's just pretty to look at. Simply tell the wheel that right now, for practice, you want to be transported instantaneously through quantum entanglement to a private island just before sunrise. And tell it you want to be alone this time. because this is a mini mind movie practice. So we're going to a private island and we're going alone. Now, although you won't see it, in the wheel there's a flash and your body gets goosebumps, and instantaneously you find yourself sitting cross-legged on the softest, sugary white sand imaginable. Just imagine now how that feels. And for now, that is all you see and feel. It's all you need to be aware of. The sand beneath you, the feel of it, and you being cross-legged, sitting in the open air. And you are completely alone here, and you're completely safe. There are no expectations, no responsibilities, and you can return home anytime you want just by thinking about it. So right now you have nothing to do but just be sitting on the sand and just enjoy the moment. Let's just have a few seconds just sitting on the soft sand. And so now begin to notice the light around you. We're going to use our eyes. The sky is vast and open. It's washed in gentle shades of violet and rose and pale gold and colors the like of which you've never seen. And the sun is just beginning to rise over the horizon. It's spilling a soft glow. Everything feels quiet and sacred and new. And now gazing, you're kind of getting a little more confident now that you're in this place. You're in this special private island on the sand, watching the horizon as the sun rises. So with that confidence now, imagine yourself standing up. And then you start walking along the shoreline ever so slowly and deliberately so you can take it all in. Kick off your shoes if you still have them. Take off your socks if you still have them. They'll be safe. Just leave them where they are. And feel the sugary sand beneath your bare feet. It's unbelievably soft, softer than anything, like the finest wool. It's fine and cool and smooth. It's like warm powder slipping between your toes. And each step feels wonderful and connecting, and it's effortless. And it's grounding you gently into the earth. So now, as you can still see the horizon and you're feeling the sand between your toes, become aware of the sounds around you. There's the slow rhythm of the ocean, gentle ripples rolling in, meeting the shore, retreating again. The sound is steady and soothing. It's like a natural breath, and you can feel your own breath starting to match the rhythm of the ocean. And you might hear some distant sounds like a seabird or the whisper of the wind moving across the water. Just notice what you hear. And now notice the air on your skin. Feel it. A cool morning breeze, brushing your ankles and calves and moving softly across your arms and your face. And the temperature is perfect and it's fresh and it's clean and it's invigorating. And the rising sun begins to warm your skin just slightly, comforting and alive. Bring your attention to smell. Inhale the clean scent of the sea. It's salty, fresh, pure. There's a hint of tropical blossoms and sun-warmed sand, and it's subtle and sweet. And with each breath that you take, it feels cleansing, as if the air itself is restoring you. And so now we'll become aware of our fifth sense, which is taste. Put out your tongue. Notice the faint taste of salt on your lips, carried by the ocean breeze. It's light, it's refreshing, it's grounding. It's a reminder that you are part of this place, connected to the land, the water, and the sky. You are part of it. It's part of you. And as you continue walking, the sun lifts higher, and golden light starts to dance across the waves, scattering reflections that shimmer and fade. The sand beneath your feet gets warmer, more welcoming, steadier. And in this calm, connected state, you feel a slight buzz in the pit of your stomach. And this is your sixth sense. the one that people have forgotten how to use, the one you had when you were 5. It's your intuitive awareness. And as you focus attention really around the solar plexus spot, you have a feeling that you're being watched. And so you let that feeling pull you towards the feeling of the attention. And there, just off your shoulder to the right, seemingly out of nowhere, a school of dolphins soundlessly cuts through the shallow, clear water, hardly making a splash. There's several families of dolphins together. There's the mother cows, there's the bulls taking care of the calves that are nuggling the underbellies of the mothers. And they all seem to know you are here. It's as if they're talking to you. They're communicating telepathically. You can feel them and they can feel you. And you can feel their curiosity. And you kind of give them a message saying, yeah, it's okay, I'm safe, you can come closer. And they swim closer to you. And now you can see their whole body, but their whole families and their bodies in the shallower water. And the calves are playful and curious, and you feel they are inviting you to join them. And why not? You suddenly think, I want to wade out to them. But you've got your clothes on, and you know that their skins are fragile. So you undress, you make a pile of your clothes away from the water's edge, safe, and then you add your rings and jewelry on top of the pile, and then you turn it into the water. You're totally naked, and it's freeing. You're into the water slowly, calmly, so as not to scare the dolphins away. And being naked gives you that sense of oneness. And all the pretense of the world seems to be left behind the minute you took your clothes off. And when the water's up to your waist and it's warm water and it feels wonderful, you just stop and you just admire the dolphins and enjoy the feeling and the sense of the water, your connection with the universe. And the dolphins swim around you. And they turn on their sides and they look up at you through the water and you smile out of delight. You can't decide whether to cry for joy or laugh out loud. And you can do either. But let's say you laugh and then they laugh back with their open mouths and their nodding heads. And you feel their joy and their trust. And it's as if you are telling them, I'm just like you. And they're telling you, you need to laugh more and you need to fear less and be more like us. And at this point, you may feel a really deep peace, a very quiet joy, a sense of clarity or belonging. Notice any subtle impressions, a feeling in your chest, a calm knowing, maybe a word or an image or an emotion pops up that arises naturally. Just make a note of it to use later. There's nothing to analyze, nothing to force. Simply allow the feeling of this reverent encounter to be what it is, a feeling. The dolphins bid you a good day and they move out to sea. Before you know it, they're gone, as if they never were there in the first place. And you leave the water slowly. And you pick up your clothes. But why bother with them here? You just carry them. And then feel as though the island itself recognizes you now as part of it. You were disconnected when you arrived. You're no longer disconnected. It's as if the rhythm of the ocean and the feel of the sand, it hums and matches the rhythm of your heart. Your beat is the same beat as the world now. And time feels different now. Is it slower? Is it faster? Is it wider? Is it kinder? Just pause for a moment. Just to enjoy the feeling without trying to understand it. Stand still at the edge of the water. Again, feel the warmth of the sun on your body and it's quickly drying you. Feel the steady earth beneath your feet. Feel the quiet wisdom now within you, the present, the calm, and the awakeness, because this connection has filled you with a wisdom that wasn't there before you decided to connect. Take one slow, nourishing breath in. You don't have to hold it. And then release it gently. The gentle breath is like a greeting to the universe. Know that this place exists within you. And any time you slow your breath in the way we've done it here and you turn inward, you can return to the shoreline via the wheel anytime you want, but you can also go anywhere you want. Once you decide where it is you actually want to go. Take your belongings, walk back to where you were sitting, which is easily spotted in the sand because it's the only indentation in the sand, because you're the only person that's been there. Take one more box breath of 4. And as you breathe in and hold and breathe out and hold, allow the vehicle to take you back to your starting place, sitting in front of your camera. 4 seconds in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4-second hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4-second exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4-second hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, when you're ready, and it's entirely up to you, begin to bring your awareness back to your body in this dimension. Notice where you are. Notice your breath. And only when it feels right, slowly open your eyes. Carry the peace and the clarity and the softness of this special sunrise with you for the rest of the day.